Greetings and welcome to day 5 of the Great Experiment. Now this may end the Great Experiment, I don't know. Leave a comment either on the YouTube page or the Facebook page if you want to see me do this again. I am taking the weekend off regardless. But as experiments go, we'll see, how it's received, etc., so forth and so on. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep going, maybe I won't. You let me know what you think. Anyway, it is February the 1st, 2013, Friday. And I have to emphasize February because my buddy Jay Prater apparently has a grand disdain for people who say FebYOUary. And as I said on your wall yesterday, Jay, I will continue to say FebYOUary if I have 37 seconds of copy to cleverly cram into 29.5. February is just not going to happen. But for your sake, from now on, when I think of the word February, I will think of you and try to pronunciate it accordingly. In the news, there's a lot going on in the news. A lot of it ires me greatly. And in an effort to honor the request of my buddy Norm, I will not relate any of it to you today lest I go tinfoil hat, because a lot of it's just ridiculous and it just makes me angry. And I don't want to go there. But I will say that it is apparently almost Groundhog Day, not Groundhogs Day. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Hey, did you hear tomorrow's Groundhogs Day? No, we don't celebrate all of the groundhogs, just the one, Punxsutawney Phil, and his weather prognostication. And I want to wish the little guy luck tomorrow, given Mother Nature's recent meteorological menopause. I don't know if anybody can predict what's going to happen at any point whatsoever. Speaking of the weather, not really going to get out of the 20s today. We'll be lucky to see the 30-degree mark, I'm told by weather prognosticators. Tonight's overnight low in the teens. We may see some snow, although that is not being given any accumulation amounts, so that's good. Snow carries through tomorrow afternoon and then clearing out tomorrow night. Again, no appreciable accumulations noted. It will probably be one of those really pretty to look at and not much to worry about snow events, which are my favorite kind. So we have that to look forward to. Favorite weather-related quote has to come by way of the WDBJ7 Kindle Fire web application, and their website too. I saw it on their website as well. The quote is, and I will give it to you now, "Winds will relax some Friday night as high pressure builds from the west." Well, good for the winds, I say, because frankly, when the high pressure is on, I find it almost impossible to relax. So good for the winds. We are moving on now to a segment from the Department of Really Good Ideas. Check this out. Repurpose and recycle those old cassette boxes, unless you have a phone like mine, which is way too wide to comfortably fit down into a cassette box. But if your phone will fit, great. It's a way to save the earth. At least 2 cassette boxes at a time. Repurpose those outdated forms of musical listening enjoyment and turn it to something good. Mother Nature, menopausal as she may be, well, thank you for it. We have a new department. I hired a new team yesterday. This is the Department of Really Useful Information, and today they bring us the Geek Hierarchy. The Geek Hierarchy goes like this. At the top of the Geek Hierarchy, you have the Geek. Understands, creates, and fixes really cool stuff. This would describe my buddy Jay to a T. Jay would be the kind of a guy who would come to you at the office or at a party or whatever and say, "Hey, you're never going to believe what I did. I took a microwave oven and I put a flux capacitor on it. So now the food cooks while it's still in the freezer. I don't even have to take it out of the box." Ha! That's Jay. That's something he would do. Which takes us to the next level of the Geek Hierarchy. The nerd who understands and collects really cool stuff. See, that's me. I understand it. I can see it on paper and figure it out. But when it comes to actually doing things, that's when things go kind of south. Like the time I went out and rented a pipe snake because the pipes in our bathroom, one of the bathroom sink was all clogged up. So I thought, hey, I'll just get that sucker. I'll run it down the pipe. I'll fish out whatever it is. Easy peasy done. put the snake into the pipe, started spooling it out, and the next thing I know, look at that, it's like magic. All of the water in the sink just magically went away into the floor of the cabinet underneath, where the snake went through the U-bend of the pipe like it was tissue paper. So yeah, I understand these things on paper. In practicality, I can't do them, which is why at the party, Jay would be all microwave flux capacitor, and I'd be like, yeah, I tried one of those myself, and I got all fluxed up. Could you help me fix it? Which brings us to the bottom rung of the geek hierarchy. The dork, who is confused by really cool stuff. I know several of you. I won't mention any names, but I feel bad for you. Hang in there. It'll get better. Moving on. Oh, and by the way, if you have an entry for the Department of Really Good Ideas or the Department of Really Useful Information, you can send it to me via Facebook or drop a comment on the YouTube wall. That's youtube.com/abvoicestv. And we'll put them in future editions. Love Facebook for a lot of reasons. I was able to get a couple of friends together, potentially. Or a friend of a friend. My friend Debbie Reardon needs a seamstress or costume creator, seamster if you're a guy. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, my friend Lisa Priest, whom I've walked the boards and community theater productions with several times, she knows somebody, so we're making that connection bit by bit, putting it together. And I think that's going to do it for today. The Friday, FebYOUary, first edition, and potentially the final edition of The Great Experiment. You let me know what you think. As we head into Super Bowl weekend, may your team win, especially if it's the same team I'm rooting for. Go Ravens. And I leave you with the following words from Alexander Graham Bell, who, in addition to being known for saying the word, huh, quite a bit, also said this: before anything else, preparation is the key to success. Keep that in mind this weekend, and maybe Monday we'll see ya!